one breath under the sky. Tell me if the sky is watching everything we do. Why do we still pretend we are alone before the world divides us? We are already one breath. Listen, I woke beneath a sky too wide to name, where every cloud remembers pain, and every sunrise feels like truth returning from a long night of silent burning. The earth beneath me whispered low, child, you are more than what you know. And in that moment time stood still, like even the wind was learning will. I saw the faces of forgotten days reflected in celestial haze, and every mistake I tried to hide was just a wave in a greater tide. Because under the sky nothing is lost, not even dreams we thought were tossed. Everything breathes, everything tries to rise again beneath these skies. One breath under the sky, where truth and spirit never die. We rise, we fall, but still we try, under one eternal lie. One breath under the sky, no reason left to ask why. We are the song the heavens write, in darkness turning into light. I saw a man with weary hands, building hope from shattered lands. He said, I lost my name in time, but still he moved like sacred rhyme. And I understood in his tired face that survival is a holy grace. Even broken hearts can learn to sing when touched by invisible wings. The sky above does not divide, it holds the wounded side by side. And every storm that comes and goes is just the way the universe grows. So I stopped asking where I belong, because everything is part of the song. Even silence has its sound when you listen beyond the ground. So I breathe with the rising wind, where all beginnings start again. And I feel the burden fall away into the light of a greater day. One breath under the sky, where truth and spirit never die. We rise, we fall, but still we try, under one eternal lie. One breath under the sky, no reason left to ask why. We are the song the heavens write, in darkness turning into light. There is no border in the clouds above, no separation in divine love. The same wind that touches the sea is the same that is breathing through me. And every tear that falls to ground becomes a river that goes around, returning life to what was dry under the endless just sky. I saw a child laugh into the air, as if the universe answered prayer. And in that laughter I understood take one breath, and I realize I was never separate from the sky. I was always inside it, and Jah was always the breath itself. Hey, hey, There was once a kingdom that spoke too loudly to hear itself, and now it speaks only in ashes. Tell me, can silence still carry a crown? Can a fallen kingdom remember its name when even the stones refuse to speak? This is not history, this is what remains when truth is ignored long enough. That no longer stood, only shadows pretending they once were good. The walls were written in fading pride, but nothing alive was left inside. Only echoes of authority lost in time, like broken law without a rhyme. And I could hear the wind confess what power does when it leaves a mess. The banners fell, but the lies still stayed in the dust where forgotten promises lay. And every stone had a story to tell of how a kingdom learned to fail. But silence here is not empty space, it is memory with a hidden face. It watches everything we deny and refuses to completely die. Ashes of a silent kingdom still whisper what we've become. No throne survives when truth is burned and every lie returns. Ashes of a silent kingdom where pride and ruin are one. What was built without the soul can never remain whole. I saw a queen with a fractured crown, walking slowly through a falling town. She carried sorrow like sacred gold in a story that was never told. Her eyes were rivers of ancient grief, searching for something beyond belief. And she said we ruled with forgotten breath, and now we inherit spiritual death. But even in ruin, a spark remained, like memory that cannot be changed. Because kingdoms don't fully disappear, they echo through the atmosphere. And every whisper in broken stone says you are never truly alone. Even collapse has its own design to return what power could not define. So I listen to the dust that sings of broken thrones and forgotten kings, and I feel the silence begin to rise, like truth awakening in disguise. Hey! Ashes of a silent kingdom still whisper what we've become. No throne survives when truth is burned and every lie returns. Ashes of a silent kingdom where pride and ruin are one. What was built without the soul can never remain whole. There is no victory in stolen ground, only echoes that circle around. And every empire built on fear eventually disappears. I saw children playing in fallen halls where power once answered hollow calls. Now laughter replaces command. of you, no gold survives what truth demands. No lie escapes its final hands, and even the dust begins to pray for a better version of today. Silent kingdom, falling sound, broken crown on sacred ground. Ashes speak, soft and low, truth returns through undertow. Ashes of a silent kingdom still whisper what we've become. No throne survives when truth is burned, and every lie returns. Ashes of a silent kingdom where pride and ruin are one. From the ashes something grows that even time now knows. And so the kingdom did not vanish, it simply learned to speak softer. Because even ashes remember fire, and every ending is only truth beginning again. You write your history in broken ink, but ink still bleeds and truth still speaks. Tell me, how do you record a lie that keeps changing shape? How do you sign justice with hands that never learn to be clean? This is not story, this is evidence in rhythm. I read the pages of a crumbling system where promises right before you even kiss them. They write peace, but the streets say war, and every door hides another locked door. The ink runs thin like forgotten trust, like empires built on returning dust. And every sentence they carve in law feels like hunger they refuse to solve. But I walk through the margins of their lives with open ears and awakened eyes, and I see how the script was always designed to leave the righteous ones behind. Still I hear a drum in the paper's tear, saying truth is alive even here. Even when Babylon signs its name, the fire remembers who's to blame. Babylon writes in broken ink, but the truth is deeper than they think. Every lie will fade and sink when the fire begins to blink. Babylon writes in broken ink, but the soul will never shrink. What is written in oppression's hand will not survive the rising land. I saw a judge with trembling voice, trying to justify a stolen choice, reading sentences like sacred law, but his own heart was cracked and raw. And I wondered how truth got sold in documents stamped with counterfeit gold, where innocence is priced in fear and justice disappears year by year. But still the children in dusty lanes rewrite the system without the chains, with laughter stronger than iron gates, and dreams that refuse to wait. Because Babylon can print its claim, but cannot own the human flame. And every page they try to close becomes the soil where resistance grows. So I turn the page of a hidden sound where truth is not lost, no empire owns, written in rivers, roots and bones. It speaks in rhythms they cannot sense. It breathes through every silent sender. I saw a mother rewrite despair with hands that turn pain into prayer, and a man in exile without a name, still carrying light through the flame. So tell me how Babylon expects to control what the spirit protects, when every heartbeat is a line in a script that refuses decline. Even ink becomes revelation when touched by enough liberation, and every broken word they send becomes the beginning of their end. Broken ink cannot bind the truth. Written lies fade in the roots. Hear the drum, it corrects the page. Ooh, truth returns, age after age. Babylon writes in broken ink, but the truth is deeper than they think. Every lie will fade and sink when the fire begins to blink. Babylon writes in broken ink, but the soul will never shrink. What is written in oppression's hand will rise again as righteous land. They thought ink could cage the spirit, but spirit writes in fire, and fire does not ask permission to remember. Babylon writes, but truth forever rewrites Babylon. Listen. There was a time when chains were only silence, cold, unmoving, forgotten. But something happened in the darkness. The chains began to remember sound. Tell me, what happens when oppression learns to sing? This is not freedom yet. This is the moment before it is born. I heard a sound in the prison night, not a scream, not a fight, but a rhythm buried in steel and bone. Like even captivity found a tone. The chains on the wall began to sway, like they had something they must say. Each link a story of human breath, echoing louder than silence or death. And I wondered how iron could learn the language of those who still burn with hope in places hope should die under a heavy watching sky. But sound is stubborn, sound is true. It travels through what we go through, and even what was meant to bind can open like a listening mind. Chains that learn to sing carry the sound of everything. Every wound, every broken wing becomes part of the hymn they bring. Chains that learn to sing no longer fear what freedom brings, for even iron finds its tone when truth begins to call it home. I saw a man with tired eyes, still holding on to distant skies. He said, I counted every fall, but something answered through the wall. Not words, but vibration deep, where even sorrow refused to sleep, and every lock began to shake, as if regret had made that no authority can paint. It turns the darkest cage to light and gives the silence back its right. I saw the guards begin to pause, uncertain of their own laws, because sound had entered every wall and questioned what they call control. And even fear began to fade when rhythm in the darkness played, because music does not ask for key, it only asks to simply be. So chains became a sacred bell that rang the truth they tried to quell, and every strike against the steel made something deeper start to feel. Sing, sing, broken line, iron learns to redefine. Lock and key lose their name, sound becomes the rising flame. No more silence, no more chain, only rhythm after pain. Chains that learn to sing now carry the sound of everything. Every tear, every broken wing becomes part of the hymn they bring. Chains that learn to sing announce what freedom will bring. And even iron finds its tone when truth calls every soul home. And so the chain was never silent. We were the ones who stopped listening, because even bondage was trying to become music. There was a garden before we forgot how to protect beauty. And in that garden, children still remember how to dream without fear. Tell me, what happens when the last green place begins to speak? Listen closely. They are calling us home. I saw children walking through morning light, barefoot dreams in pure delight, where every leaf was a living prayer and hope was breathing everywhere. No concrete shadows on their face, only sunlight holding grace. They spoke to flowers like they were kin, and the earth responded from within. But far away, the cities cry, where green has slowly learned to die, and steel replaces sacred ground, where silence is the loudest sound. Yet in that garden, time still bends, where broken nature slowly mends, and every child becomes the key to what the world was meant to be. Children of the last green garden, where the earth still learns to pardon. They carry light we can't ignore. The world was made for something more. Children of the last green garden, where even wounds begin to harden into roots that grow again beyond the reach of human pain. I heard a girl sing to the trees, as if they answered in the breeze. She said the sky remembers us, even when adults turn to dust. And I saw wisdom in her eyes, older than corrupted skies, because innocence is not naive. It is the truth we fail to believe. The rivers taught her how how to speak in languages of broken sea. And every step she takes on ground becomes a healing ancient sound. But outside the fence of living green, a different world is cold and lean, forgetting what it used to know before the garden stopped to grow. So I bow to the roots below, where forgotten kindness still grows. And I hear the children sing again through the cracks of human pain. Children of the last green garden, where the earth still learns to pardon. They carry light we can't ignore. The world was made for something more. Children of the last green garden, where even wounds begin to harden into roots that grow again beyond the reach of human pain. There is a prophecy in soil that refuses human spoil. It says nothing is truly gone if life is still carrying on. And every seed we chose to save becomes rebellion against the grave. A quiet revolution deep, where even silence learns to keep the memory of forest wide before they were erased with pride. And every child becomes the flame that refuses to forget its name. So let the garden speak once more. Through every heart we can restore, because what we choose to grow today decides what future will remain. Green earth, green soul, make us whole, make us whole. Little hands, strong and free, what we used to be. Hear the wind, hear the tree calling me, calling me. Children of the last green garden, where the earth still learns to pardon. They carry light we can't ignore. The world was made for something more. Children of the last green garden, where life refuses to harden. They are the seed, they are the rain. They heal the world from all its pain. If the last garden still survives, then hope is not lost. It is just waiting to be remembered again. There are streets the world forgets to name, but the streets never forget the people. And somewhere between the silence and survival, there walks a shepherd. Tell me, who guides those the world refuses to see? Listen, he is still walking. I met him where the streetlights bend, where broken corners refuse to mend. No map could show that sacred ground, where lost souls gather without a sound. He carried no staff, no crown, no pride, just weary eyes and truth inside. And every step he took that night turned darkness into fragile light. He knew the names of every wound that echoed beneath the dying moon. And somehow pain became his tongue, where unspoken prayers were sung. The city tried to bury him deep in plain cannot sleep, but still he moved like quiet flame, calling the forgotten by name. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where sorrow and survival meet. He walks where no one dares to go, and turns the lost into gold. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where broken rhythm softly beats. He gathers souls the world ignores, and opens hidden doors. I saw a boy with hollow hands, building dreams from shattered plans, and the shepherd knelt beside his pain, like gentle mercy in the rain. He said, "You are not what you've lost, you are not the price of cost." And in those words the boy stood tall, like something ancient breaking fall. Because healing does not always shout, sometimes it moves in quiet doubt. A touch, a look, a simple name that turns destruction into flame. And every corner he walks through feels like something becoming new, as if the streets themselves respond to a love too deep, too strong, too fun. So I follow where his footsteps lead, through broken glass and buried need. And I hear the city start to sing of everything remembering. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where sorrow and survival meet. He walks where no one dares to go, and turns the lost into gold. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where broken rhythm softly beats. He gathers souls the world ignores, and opens hidden doors. There is no temple built of stone that understands the flesh and bone, like the streets that raise the weak and taught the broken how to speak. He does not preach from higher place, but walks among the human race, where dignity is often bruised, and hope is something misused. Yet still he carries something bright, in places swallowed by the night. A kind of fire without sound, that lifts the fallen from the ground. And I begin to understand the holy work of human hand, that doesn't judge, that doesn't break, but gives the soul what it must take. Lost ones, come home. Broken hearts, not alone. Every street has a name, every soul is the same. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where sorrow and survival meet. He walks where no one dares to go, and turns the lost into gold. The shepherd of forgotten streets, where broken rhythm softly beats. He gathers souls the world ignores, and opens hidden doors. And when the city forgets its people, he remembers them louder. Because some shepherds do not lead flocks, they lead forgotten hearts back to life. Before we spoke, the earth was already listening. Before we fell, the soil was already praying. Tell me, how do you abandon a ground that never abandoned you? Even when we forget it, The soil still remembers our name. I walked barefoot through forgotten ground, where silence had the deepest sound. And every step I took in pain returned like soft forgiving rain. The earth beneath me did not reject, it only held what we neglect. Every crack, every broken line was healing, working through design. I saw where roots still refused to die, even under a burning sky. And every stone I passed along was humming like an ancient song. Because soil does not speak in pride, it holds what the world denied. And in its quiet I could see a prayer for humanity. The soil still prays for us, even when we turn to dust. It holds our sorrow, holds our trust, when everything else gives up. The soil still prays for us, through fire, through pain, through rust. It remembers who we were before the world turned unjust. I saw a man who lost his way, walking through his yesterday. But every footprint that he made was met by mercy in the shade. He said, I buried all my dreams, but the earth replied in silent streams. You did not bury what is true. I am still growing them in you. And I understood in that exchange that nothing sacred is ever strange. It only waits beneath the pain for life to rise again. Even graves are not the end, just where beginnings start to bend. Because soil knows the deeper art of keeping life inside the heart. So I bow my soul toward the ground, where lost and found are both unbound. And I hear the earth begin to sing of everything becoming everything. The soil still prays for us, even when we turn to dust. It holds our sorrow, holds our trust, when everything else gives up. The soil still prays for us, through fire, through pain, through rust. It remembers who we were before the world turned unjust. There is no hunger in the ground, it only feeds what's coming around. Every seed that learns to fall becomes the answer to it all. I saw children laugh on broken land, planting hope with trembling hands. And in their joy I clearly knew the earth was speaking through them too. Because soil is not just dirt and clay, it listens to what we don't say. And every tear that hits the earth becomes a silent kind of rebirth. So I stopped running from my past and let it sink into the grass, where everything I tried to hide was gently turned into light. Ground, remember, we return. Broken seeds, still we learn. In the dark, life is near. Soil still prays, we are here. The soil still prays for us, even when we turn to dust. It holds our sorrow, holds our trust, when everything else gives up. The soil still prays for us, through fire, through pain, through rust. It remembers who we were before the world turned unjust. We think we walk on the earth, earth is also walking on us, holding us, healing us, never forgetting us. Because even when we forget everything, the soil still prays. Before paper learned to hold our stories, we gave them to trees. And the mango tree never forgot a single word. Tell me, what remains of a voice when it is carved into living wood? Listen closely. The forest is still speaking. I walked where the old mango stands, with lines like history on its hands. Every scar upon its bark was a sentence written in the dark. Names of lovers lost in time, songs that never left their rhyme, promises made beneath its shade, where childhood prayers were once laid. And I touched the surface, rough and wise, and heard the echo of hidden cries, not loud, but deep in wood, like memory misunderstood. Because trees don't forget the sound of feet once dancing on sacred ground. They hold it in their living frame and breathe it softly. When we came, voices carved in mango tree bark, still singing after it gets dark. Every line a soul once gave, still alive within its waves. Voices carved in mango tree bark, guiding hearts that lost their spark. Even time cannot erase what the tree has learned to trace. I saw a child with curious hands, tracing stories in the lands where elders once sat down to speak of strength the modern world won't seek. He asked me, why do trees remember, like flames inside a dying ember? And I said, because truth was sown before we learned to feel alone. And every mark upon the wood was everything we misunderstood. Regret, joy, sorrow, flame, all calling softly by our name. The mango tree does not judge, it only holds what we won't budge. And in its silence, wisdom grows from everything nobody knows. So I lean into the ancient grave, where joy and memory both remain. And I hear the forest start to sing in everything, remembering voices carved in mango tree bark, still singing after it gets dark. Every line a soul once gave, still alive within its waves. Voices carved in mango tree bark, guiding hearts that lost their spark. Even time cannot erase what the tree has learned to trace. There is a library without walls, where every fallen memory calls, and each branch is a written page of wisdom passed from age to age. I saw elders whisper to the wood, like it understood more than it should. And in their silence I could feel a truth no human law could steal. Because trees are witnesses of time, they hold the rhythm of every climb. And even when we turn away, they keep the things we used to say. will mango tree speak to me? Ancient bark memory, every name still alive. In the wood we survive. Voices carved in mango tree bark, still singing after it gets dark. Every line a soul once gave, still alive within its waves. Voices carved in mango tree bark, lighting paths within the dark. Even time cannot erase what the tree has learned to trace. So if you ever forget your story, walk to the trees, because they were there when you first learned to speak, and they are still there, remembering for you. Hear this. Before the city had name, before Babylon learned to speak in steel and fire, the drum was already breathing. And tonight it begins to remember. Concrete dreams. Tell me, if the drum remembers, will you listen? I woke up in a world of restless iron skies, where truth wears disguises and the honest man cries. But deep in my chest I hear a distant call, like footsteps of ancestors walking through my walls. The radio lies, but the heartbeat stays real. Every wound in my spirit is a message I feel. They try to silence the language of the drum, but memory don't die when the righteous one comes. So I walk through the fire of a fractured land, with the echo of freedom slipping through my hand. And every step I take on this wounded ground is a prayer turned rhythm, is a sacred sound. When the drum begins to remember, oh, the night cannot hold it down. When the drum begins to remember, every chain starts falling to the ground. When the drum begins to remember, we rise like fire from the earth. When the drum begins to remember, it calls us back to who we were at birth. I saw a child playing near a broken wall, singing to shadows that no one recalls. And in that voice was a kingdom once bright, before greed turned morning into endless night. The elders say, listen, don't lose the chord, it's hidden in rhythm, in the seed we sowed. But Babylon teaches a forgetful tune, so we dance in confusion beneath a pale moon. Still I hear it deep under noise and pain, a drum beat walking through the hurricane. It speaks of justice without a weapon drawn. It speaks of a truth that was never gone. So I close my eyes and I travel within, where the silence is loud and the healing begins. And I feel every ancestor rise again as the drum calls home every forgotten friend. When the drum begins to remember, oh, the night cannot hold it down. When the drum begins to remember, every chain starts falling to the ground. When the drum begins to remember, the river sings our ancient name. When the drum begins to remember, nothing ever stays the same. There's a fire in the mountain that refuses to sleep. It watches the valleys where the broken ones weep, and it whispers through thunder in a language of gold, that every lost story must return to be told. I've seen kings in the gutter, prophets in pain, trying to wash off the dust of political chains. But the drum never forgot what the world tries to hide. It beats in the soul like a rising tide. So I stand with the fire, I stand with the sound, where the roots of redemption are deep in the ground. And I call every wanderer lost in the storm to return to the rhythm where the truth is born. Remember, you are not the silence they sold you. You are the rhythm they tried to erase. Remember, every heartbeat is a drum returning home. And the earth, she never forgets her children. When the drum begins to remember, the sky opens wide with flame. When the drum begins to remember, no soul will stay the same. When the drum begins to remember, the weak become strong in sound. When the drum begins to remember, the lost are finally found. Drum, remember, drum, remember, drum. We are the echo, drum. We are the fire, we are the rhythm returning higher. Oh. There is a fire that does not forget what it has burned. It remembers every hand that touched it, every truth that survived inside it. Tell me, where does fire keep what time tries to erase? Listen, it is still remembering. I saw flames in a forgotten place, not wild but full of grace, like they were guarding something deep that even silence could not keep. Every ember spoke a name of love, of loss, of hidden flame, and in their glow I clearly knew that nothing sacred passes through. The fire does not simply die, it learns the shape of every cry. It bends, but does not break. It only grows from what we take. And in the ashes I could feel a memory too strong to steal, because even ruin has a song that proves the night can stay too long. Where the fire keeps its memory, nothing is ever truly free. It holds the past inside its glow, and lets forgotten truth still grow. Where the fire keeps its memory, it burns beyond what eyes can see. Even ash begins to sing when touched by everlasting flame. I saw a woman standing still beside a flame that bent her will. She whispered softly, I remain, even inside this kind of pain. And I could see within her eyes 1,000 quiet burning skies, not destruction but release, a strange eternal kind of peace. Because fire does not only take, it also learns what it must make. And every loss it dares to keep becomes the seed where silence speaks. She said, I lost what I once knew, but something stronger grew me through. And in her voice the fire learned the way the broken still return. So I listen to the burning sound where every ending is still found. And I feel the memory arise like truth unfolding from the skies. Where the fire keeps its memory, nothing is ever truly free. It holds the past inside its glow and lets forgotten truth still grow. Where the fire keeps its memory, it burns beyond what eyes can see. Even ash begins to sing when touched by everlasting flame. Yeah. There is a language in the flame that speaks without a human name. It tells the truth we tried to hide beneath our fear, beneath our pride. And every crackle is alive in something ancient, something divine. A record of what came before, of what we lost, of what is more. Even destruction is a door to something waiting to restore. Because fire does not erase, it only reshapes what we face. And I begin to understand the healing power in its hand that burns away what cannot stay, to make the night give birth to day. Burning slow, memory glows, ash and flame, still it knows what was lost still remains in the fire. No change. Where the fire, where the fire keeps its memory, nothing is ever truly free. It holds the past inside its glow and lets forgotten truth still grow. Where the fire keeps its memory, it burns beyond what eyes can see. Even ash begins to sing when touched by everlasting flame. So I asked the fire what it remembers, and it did not answer in words. It simply burned brighter, as if remembering me too. There's a river that does not forget. It has seen every version of me, the broken to becoming the lost, and still it calls my name. Tell me, how does water remember what people try to erase? If you listen closely, it is speaking now. I walk through deserts made of silent pride, where even my shadow tried to hide. And every promise I once believed turned into dust I could not retrieve. But beneath that emptiness I heard a sound, like something living underground, a gentle force I could not deny, like truth refusing to pass me by. And it pulled me back from the edge of pain, like soft forgiveness in falling rain, saying, child, you are not alone. I have carried you long before you were grown. The river that knows my name still calls me through fire and flame. It washes away my shame and never treats me the same. The river that knows my name flows beyond loss and blame. It remembers who I am inside when the whole world tries to divide. I saw a city built on Russian steel, where no one had time to feel. But even there, through concrete sound, the river was still flowing underground. It moved through cracks in forgotten souls, healing the broken, restoring control. And every drop carried ancient song, saying you were never gone too long. A woman cried by a broken bridge, holding her dreams on the edge of a ridge. And the river touched her trembling hand, like it understood every unspoken plan. Because water does not ask who you've been, it only cleans where you begin again. And in its depth I clearly see a reflection of what I'm meant to be. So I surrender my name to flow where only truth is allowed to grow. And I let the currents rewrite my soul, making the fractured become whole. The river that knows my name still calls me through fire and flame. It washes away my shame and never treats me the same. The river that knows my name flows beyond loss and blame. It remembers who I am inside when the whole world tries to divide. There is a voice beneath the waterline, older than every border sign. It speaks in rhythm, not in speech, teaching what power cannot reach. It says, forgive what tried to break you, let the living water remake you. And every step I take in this flow feels like returning to what I know. Even the wounds begin to sing when touched by this eternal spring. And I realize with every wave, the river is also what I crave, because it carries what time denies and washes truth back into my eyes. Flow, flow, remember me. River deep, river free. Wash the past, let it go. Only truth will you know. Call my name through the sound. Lift me up from the ground. The river that knows my name still calls me through fire and flame. It washes away my shame and never treats me the same. The river that knows my name cannot be owned or tamed. It carries my soul back home, where I've never truly been alone. I thought I was lost, but I was only being carried by something older than fear, deeper than memory. The river that knows my name beneath the moon. They forgot how to shine clean. There is a heart that refuses to surrender. Tell me, what survives when even hope is burned into silence? They call it ashes, but I call it beginning. Listen, the lion heart is waking. I walk through nights without a name, where even shadows carried blame. The world was quiet but not at peace. It was a silence that would not cease. And in that silence I heard a roar, not from outside but something more. A living fire beneath my skin, where every ending begins again. The moon above looked pale and torn, like it had witnessed too much scorn. But still it watched with patient eyes as broken spirits learned to rise. And I felt something ancient call from deep within the crumbling wall. A voice that said, you are not gone, you are the one who carries on. Lion heart beneath the ashen moon still sings a forgotten tune. Even when the world is cruel, the fire within remains the rule. Lion heart beneath the ashen moon will rise again and rise soon. From ashes where dreams were cast, the heart will always outlast. I saw a warrior with empty hands, standing on forgotten lands. No sword, no shield, no crown to claim, only breath and sacred flame. He said, they burned what I once knew, but nothing can erase what's true. And in his eyes I clearly saw a strength no empire could withdraw. Because the lion heart is not made of stone, it lives where truth is overthrown. And every wound becomes a sign of something greater in design. Even lost becomes a guide when courage refuses to hide. And every tear that falls at night becomes the seed of future light. So I walk through the broken sky, where even pain begins to try to teach the soul how to remain unshaken by the weight of pain. A lion heart beneath the ashen moon still sings a forgotten tune. Even when the world is cruel, the fire within remains the rule. Lion heart beneath the ashen moon will rise again and rise soon. From ashes where dreams were cast, the heart will always outlast. There is a kingdom inside the chest, where broken souls learn to rest. And every battle fought in vain becomes a doorway through the pain. I saw the weak turn into flame when they stop fearing loss or shame, because something deeper starts to grow when you let go of what you know. And even silence starts to cry when truth refuses to die. It moves like wind through fractured lands, rebuilding everything it stands. So I no longer ask for peace, I let the inner fire release. Because lion heart is not restrained, the soul that cannot be changed. Ashen moon, silent sky, lion heart will not die. Burning low, rising high, truth remains, even if we cry. Lion heart beneath the ashen moon still sings a forgotten tune. Even when the world is cruel, the fire within remains the root. Lion heart beneath the ashen moon will rise again, and rise soon. From ashes where dreams were cast, the heart will always outlast. They tried to bury the fire, but they did not know the fire had already become the heart, and the heart remembers everything. Long before language became sharp, there was sound. Not words to divide, but vibration to unite. And tonight, the word returns as sound, and sound returns as love. Tell me, what happens when harmony remembers its voice? Listen. This is the return. I heard it in the silence between wars, where broken hearts forgot what they were for. A rhythm moving through the air, like healing had always been there. Not in books or carved command, but in the touch of human hand. In every breath that chose to stay, when everything was falling away. The word that learned to speak in pain, but something softer called my name. A frequency I could not deny, like truth returning to the sky. And every sound became a seed for what the wounded soul would need, to rise again from fractured ground, where love was still the deepest sound. Love and harmony return again, as the word becomes the wind. No more division, no more chains, only rhythm that remains. Love and harmony return again, healing every unseen pain. When the word becomes the sound, every lost soul is found. I saw a city learn to breathe, where anger slowly chose to leave. And every corner once in fear was touched by something pure and clear. A stranger looked into my eyes and dropped his weapon, dropped disguise, because the sound had reached his chest and turned his conflict into rest. The word was never meant to fight, it only came to make things right, to realign the fractured tone, until we remember we are one. And even walls began to shake, not from war, but love away, as harmony rewrote the air with something sacred, something rare. So I listen to the rising sound, where every ending turns around, and I feel the vibration grow into what we already know. Love and harmony return again, beyond all conflict, beyond belief. It speaks in rhythm, not in rules. It teaches broken hearts or schools. And every voice that dares to sing becomes a part of everything. A single note can shift the sky when truth is louder than the lie. I saw forgiveness learn to dance, not as chance, but as a stance, where even enemies can see the shape of shared humanity. And suddenly the world made sense, without destruction, without defense, just harmony returning home to heal the body of the soul. Words sound healing ground. No more fear. Truth is near. Every voice has its choice. Love returns as it burns. So love and harmony return again. Love and harmony return again. As the word becomes the wind. No more division, no more chains, only rhythm that remains. Love and harmony return again, healing every unseen pain. When the word becomes the sound, every lost soul is found. And I realized the word was never lost. It was only waiting for us to listen together again. Because when sound becomes love, nothing is separate anymore. Love is not a word they sell in the market. No, it is a fire that remembers your name, even when you forget who you are. Tell me, have you ever felt love that burns but does not destroy? This is not romance, this is covenant. And once the fire speaks, there is no returning to silence. I was born where the morning forgot to stay, in a world where promises decay. But in the ruins I heard a gentle sound, like love was calling from underground. Not the love that fades in a careless hand, but the kind that time cannot command. It rises slow like smoke from sacred wood, burning through everything I thought I should. And I walked through valleys of broken trust, where even hope turned into dust. But still I felt a flame in my chest, whispering softly, you are still blessed. Love is a burning covenant, written in fire and element. It cannot bend, it cannot break, even when the whole world shakes. Love is a burning covenant, not a dream, not a sentiment. It lives where the soul stands true, and it keeps returning to you. I saw a woman in a storm of tears, holding her faith through collapsing years. She said, I lost everything I knew, but her voice still carried the truth. Because love is not what leaves your side, it's what Love is the fire that does not die. Love is the truth that cannot lie. And when all else fades from view, the burning covenant remains in you. Midnight in the place where the city forgets your name. Prayers don't need a church, they need survival. Tell me, what does a sound sound like when it is born in pain? Listen carefully. The ghetto is already praying. I walk where shadows learn to speak, between broken dreams and restless sleep, where neon lights cannot disguise the truth that hides in tired eyes. Every corner holds a silent hymn of lives that almost broke within, but still they breathe, still they remain, like sacred rhythm inside pain. The street lamps flicker like fading grace, lighting struggle on every face, and every wall has something to say about the cost of another day. But even here in fractured sound, there is a pulse that moves underground, like faith refusing to depart from every beating human heart. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, singing through the endless night. Every tear becomes a verse in a world both blessed and cursed. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, turning struggle into sight. Even broken souls can sing under pains, remembering. I saw a mother counting her breath between survival and quiet death, still whispering names into the air, as if the sky would answer prayer. A child drew angels on concrete ground, where hope was the only sacred sound. And though the world looked cold and blind, they still created peace of mind. Because faith here is not defined by buildings or a holy sign. It lives inside the stubborn will to keep believing life is still, and every sorrow that won't leave becomes the reason we still believe that something higher walks this street, where pain and rhythm softly meet. So I let the night speak through me in every note of what I see, and I hear the city start to cry, a melody it can't deny. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, singing through the endless night. Every tear becomes a verse in a world both blessed and cursed. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, turning struggle into sight. Even broken souls can sing under pains, remembering. There is a rhythm in despair that only those surviving hear. It speaks in footsteps, not in words, in broken laughter, distant birds. The corner man with where he stands still finds a reason to slow dance, because even hardship learns to sway when music finds its hidden way. And I see golden human flame that poverty don't forget us. Broken life, still we rise. Every tear, every sound, holy ground, ghetto soul, makes us whole. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, sounds in bed, singing to the endless night. Oh, hey, every tear becomes a verse. In a world both blessed and cursed. Midnight songs in the ghetto light, turning struggle into sight. Even broken souls can sing under pain's remembering. If the city is a prayer, then every heartbeat is a verse. And even in darkness, the ghetto is still singing.